Why don't we start with the quote of the night? The quote of the night is: Perseverance is not a long race, it is many short races, one after the other. And that is from Walter Elliot. And the reason that I picked this quote is because I have been feeling run down all week. Like, part, part of it's just normal stuff, and part of it's just like battling against overwhelm, and not necessarily in a I'm letting it really like kind of cripple me or bum me out entirely. But the quote, is kind of like how I've been thinking about feeling run down all week. Like, I was like, oh no, did I finally hit that wall I usually hit in the winter where I just want to turn into a hermit? Like, I don't want to do much. I don't want to take on new projects. I start to feel stressed out, start to really overthink things. And this whole week, it's just been like, nope, just do the next thing on your list. Nope, just do the next thing on your list. Like, you don't have to tackle all of the things at once. You can just do the next thing and then do the next thing and then do the next thing. Because if I start to think about it as a unit, then I will definitely let the overwhelm get me. And I don't want that. So there's a couple of quotes I have that are kind of in a similar vein where it's just like, just because you conquer one thing does not mean that there's not another thing waiting. But that's normal. That's a normal thing. And so instead of letting the next thing, next thing, next thing start to overtake my thinking, it's just don't don't worry about the next things. They're going to be there anyway, whether or not you get overwhelmed about thinking about them and then freeze, or if you just check the next little thing off your list, check the next little thing off your list. So I've been focusing on those little races, because it's just a series of little things, one after the other, and that is okay. You can survive it while you're feeling low energy, and eventually your energy will pick back up. Part of it's been tied to the weather, because we've been having 70-degree weather for like 2 or 3 days, and then it'll freeze and then snow. So, like, that's happened 3 times in the last 2 weeks, where it's just like 70 degrees, sunny, everything's starting, like, stuff starting to grow, and I'm starting to get motivated, and then it'll the temperature will just drop. I mean, it went from 70 on Tuesday to 50 Wednesday morning, and by evening it was snowing. No, it didn't stick. It didn't do much of anything because it was rain to snow, but it was still just like, the hell, man. But next week looks like it's gonna, we're gonna start moving back up. I think tomorrow is 60 something, and then like high 60s over the weekend, and then back into the 70s. I even saw an 81 high sometime next week. I want to say it's a week from tomorrow in the forecast. Now, that could always change, but it's just like, okay, so next week, at least nature wise, it should be moving in a more positive, energetic direction. And I know that the potential is there, as long as my bandwidth goes with it, to feel more productive and motivated next week. So, although this week has felt very much like okay, just get through the next thing, just get through the next thing. I know those things don't last, and I can just trust that if I just keep ticking little things off my checklist, that I'll, come out the other side feeling better about it, rather than freezing up, doing nothing, um, letting all of the funk overtake me, because I'll be further behind once the energy kicks in if I don't do check the checklist, those little check boxes. So, although I'm not like, wee right now, energetically speaking, I am still handling this mode better than old me would have done. So I can feel pretty good about that, and just, accepting that, highs and lows are normal, you know. More things to come is normal, you know. Thanks for dropping in. If you want to hang out, I stream live on Twitch and YouTube Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll see you next time.